211-186. Stephen A., is this all-star game fixable?
No, not as physically constructed. Shannon Sharp, I'm of this mindset right now. They need to do away with All-Star Weekend. Just get rid of it.
The whole weekend?
No. Let me finish. The three-point shooting contest, I'm totally good with. The three-point shooting contest, not just Steph Curry and UNESCO, who were fabulous, but the overall three-point shooting contest never cheats us, never disappoints us. They're going out there, they shoot, trying to make shots. There's nothing wrong with the three-point. I'm talking about the skills competition. I'm talking about a slam dunk competition. And I'm talking about the All-Star game. Let me start with the All-Star game. Ladies and gentlemen, what transpired last night was an absolute travesty. Nearly 400 points were scored. No defense, no effort whatsoever. This is the ultimate indictment against the NBA stars who show up on NBA All-Star Weekend. You play harder in the summer league when you're training. That's all anybody's asking. We all know that when you're playing in the summertime and stuff like that, ain't nobody trying to get hurt. But you still give one another effort because you're working on your game. You can give the fans at least that. Nobody's asking you to compete like you're going up against the playoffs or even a regular season game. But when you are working out at summertime, Shannon, you know this, okay?
Yeah.
You see guys giving effort in the summertime. That's all I'm saying. To that degree, that is not hard. The fact that you will go out there and flagrantly show such a lack of effort on the defensive side of the ball in any capacity is just a travesty. Now, if you want to sit up there and look at the fact that the kids are there to watch you, that's fine because they may not care. But anybody that knows the basketball does, and we know it's a flagrant lack of effort and it's embarrassing. And we know if money was on the line, you'd be giving more effort, even though you're already getting paid hand over foot. It's really a travesty. Let me go to the slam dunk contest. Now, this is where I blame your boy, LeBron James, Shannon Sharp. Not for the All-Star game, but for the slam dunk contest. He's never participated. He is the only superstar, above the rim superstar in the history of the game who did not participate in the slam dunk contest. I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about the decision that he's made over the years. And what that has done is provoked a lot of cats on to come up to not participate in the slam dunk contest either. And now we got a G Leaguer who is a back-to-back slam dunk champion. Props to Jaylen Brown for participating, not caring about what people were going to say or how it looked. He went out there and he competed because you need names in the slam dunk contest. And I applaud him in every way imaginable for participating. But the others that chose not to participate, you trying to tell me we wouldn't want to see an Anthony Edwards in a slam dunk contest? You trying to tell me when Ja was healthy and in an All-Star game, we would not have wanted to see Ja Morant in the All-Star game? Of course we would want to see stuff like that. But not Anthony Edwards, but in the case of Ja Morant, he talked about not caring about it. We've seen other stars that have talked about not caring for it. That contest is ruined. Shannon, I've called for a national competition across the streets of America, all right? Go and you can find some superstars for a slam dunk contest and have NBA All-Stars sponsor them. All right, I got this guy, I got this guy, I got that guy, and let them be active in that regard. But let some of these brothers out here that can slam dunk throw a $1 million prize for the winner, a $500,000 prize for the runner-up, a $100,000 prize for third place finisher. Get a national competition going on throughout the streets of America and watch how many people will put on a show that's far, far better than what we're getting from these guys, okay? And the skills competition don't even get me started. In the end, the reason why I'm saying do away with it, if you want to show such a flagrant disregard for the fans, for the audience, knowing that the product that you're putting out there is trash from the All-Stars. I'm talking about superstars on the court together, all right, going up against one another, and you don't care to compete, why should we watch? I mean, if you looked at Adam Silver give away the trophy yesterday, he looked disgusted. I know the NBA was disgusted. Most of the fans have been disgusted. Listen to talk radio this morning, everybody's going off about how bad it is. We've been seeing it for years. They don't seem to care, so maybe we should stop caring, Shannon. That's what I wanted to say.
I agree with everything that you just said. It's coming. I mean, it's not as bad as the Pro Bowl because the Pro Bowl, you're half tackling football and it's kind of hard to play two-hand touch. But when you look at it, Stephen A., it's basically morphed into layups, dunks, and threes.
Yeah.
And there's a blatant disregard for the game. You're right. You can get a better run in UCLA than you can in an All-Star game. These are not supposed. These are the best players in the world. And that is ridiculous. And yeah, I get it. The people in attendance, yeah, they ooh and ah, but that's not what the viewing audience is saying. That's not because I remember in the Pro Bowl, I was there one year, and they started. And Stephen A., I don't know exactly when.
Right.
It started to get to this. Maybe it was 2017, maybe it was 2018, where the blatant lack of disregard. And maybe they wasn't always sitting in the chair. We get that, and that's not what we're asking you to do. But just try. Just pretend like you care. Don't come with the blatant disregard that you've shown for the All-Star game over the last 4 to 5 years. They scored, the East scored 50 points in every single quarter. Now you tell me there was any effort involved in that. There was no effort involved in that. And Adam Silver has every right. Stephen A., I believe the dunk contest has run its course. At some point in time, all things must come to an end. Right. And maybe the dunk contest has come to an end for the simple fact the stars are no longer participating. The Dominiques, the Dr. J's, the Michael Jordan, the Kobe Bryants, all the Larry Nance's guys were actually in the All-Star game that was participating in the dunk contest. And the guys that weren't in the All-Star game, they were known as dunkers. Darrell Griffin from Utah, Dr. Duncanstein. You had Kenny Skywalker.
That's right.
So you had guys that were known. The only guy really that I knew was Jaylen Brown and Mac McClung. Mac McClung. And he deserved to win.
He was better.
But, hello, you got guys jumping over Taco. Aaron Gordon jumped over Taco Fall. Mac McClung jumped over Shaq. Jaylen Brown jumped over Cassidy NOC. What am I supposed to do with that, Stephen A.? They should have gave him a 2. Across the board. The man's already 3 foot tall. You put him in a chair 91.5. And Jaylen Brown dumped over him and he got 40 plus points. Really, Stephen A.? And the thing is, the guys in today's game, the way Zach LaVine, the way Aaron Gordon is taking it, it's all about creating. Jaylen Brown is a power dunker. He's not a creative dunker. He's a power dunker. But I don't know, Stephen A. I don't know. They're going to have to get in a room, the NBA PA, Adam Silver, because the way it's being played right now, the guys are making too much money to care about 100,000 or 200,000 or whatever the winning side is getting for winning this game.
Something that's very, very uncomfortable to say, but somebody needs to say it, so I'm going to say it. You know, we have been all for player empowerment. We know that no matter what sport you pick, and it's apropos that in Indianapolis you see some player empowerment because the NCAA resides there. We know how many years they've spent exploiting the student athlete, and now their comeuppance has arrived courtesy of the trade, the transfer portal and the
NIL
and all of this stuff, right? So we get that part. But the flip side to it is that when we talked about player empowerment, we also talked, and we never ever debated the issue of appreciation because we never thought we'd have to. In other words, with great power comes great responsibility. And we assume that people would embrace it. You talk about that in terms of when you were playing and how you were a leader and you would literally inspire the guys, and you talk about that and you look at them and you say, just make sure it ain't you. Just don't let it be you. You talk about that. And then we see players coming on this show. And one of the things you never hesitate, whether it's on this show, it's on Nightcap, it's on Club Shay Shay, you never hesitate to espouse your words of wisdom and advice based on your experience as a champion and a Hall of Famer. You get that. So it's something along the line. There was a Shannon Sharp that said, yo, I've done this, I've achieved this, and with that came great responsibility, not only as a player, but ultimately as a spokesperson in the aftermath of my playing career. And I have not found one single player in the NFL, past or present, who has ever debated anything that you said in regards to what your leadership entailed. So I appreciate that. So you can understand where I'm coming from when I say, where's that from the players for All-Star Weekend? Where's that from the players where you're saying, you know what, this is on us, y'all, to make sure that we're more competitive than this. when we're playing a game, we play at UCLA and Loyola Marymount and other places during the summer league. We know we play harder than this. We play more competitive than this. What we gonna do to change that? This ain't about the league. This ain't about administrative issues. This ain't about collective bargaining. This is about you as an individual saying, yo, when Kobe and others were on the court, like, yo, let's compete. That's all, not to the degree of a regular season or a playoff game, but at least to the degree of summer league play. They won't even do that, and it comes across as you snubbing your nose. And when it comes across that way, why would it come across that way? Because you have the power to get away with it, and it's abusive. And that is what has happened, and it has elevated a level of disgust that is coming in their direction. Not all, okay, but some of them are collectively, because y'all on the court together. You're going to take the brunt of this. You're going to get your money. You're going to get your shine and all of this other stuff. But folks ain't going to forget it, because that effort last night, nearly 400 points being scored, that is an embarrassment. It is a travesty. And anybody that participated in that game last night should be ashamed of their damn selves. It's just that simple.
Stephen, let me know if you agree with me.
Sure.
It seems to me, and this is what happened in the Pro Bowl, and I think it's starting to happen in the NBA, the All-Star game. I think the players love the idea of being selected, but they have no interest in playing.
Yes.
And their effort shows you once you get to the game. Once guys got started going and they started playing two-hand touch when you're playing tackle football, I was like, and I remember tweeting this. I said it's only going to be a matter of time. I said because the owners are not going to continuously foot this bill when you putting this kind of effort out. And it seems to me the same thing. It is indeed an honor for players to like, I'm an all-star, an 8-time, a 10-time, a 15. You see LeBron has started 20 consecutive all-star starts. But it appears to me, and maybe I'm the only one, but it seems like guys are interested in being selected, but have no desire or no interest in playing in that game.
Yeah, I can't argue. We can't argue with that.
Yeah,
we can't argue with that.
We'll dive into it a